Hello, I'm Void, and welcome back to another reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to Harley Quinn versus Jinx in Death Battle. This is Batman versus League of Legends. We probably have some credits. Um, we've got Whiz and Boomstick, the Death Battle theme, the Mad Laugh Riot battle music, and the animation team. Battle animation by Daito Modachi Labs, and then here are the animators. Cool. Um, so as far as Harley Quinn goes, I am moderately well versed in her character. I do generally prefer her as a side character to the Joker and really playing off of her interactions with his character. Jinx, I know mostly as the League of Legends cosplay lady. Um, that's I started watching Arcane. I'm still sort of deciding whether or not I want to do a reaction to it. I watched like the first two episodes, I think, and trying to figure out if I want to do a reaction to that. Um, but I do know that spoiler alert that the little kid with blue hair is Jinx. I actually guessed that in the first episode, um, on accident. Um, anyways, I don't mind really being too spoiled on the show, so I'm not too worried about that. But I am very excited to watch another death battle. So let's get to it.
Your cosplay around the house? I know I'm not, but in case you are, come join your fellow cosplayers and superfans this July at RTX Austin.
RTX Austin takes the best in podcasting, gaming, and animation and brings it all to Austin, Texas for one unforgettable weekend.
Of course, health and safety is our #1 priority. Masks will be required during the event, and we will follow city guidelines.
If you're unable to attend due to the pandemic, Rooster Teeth will work with you to postpone your badge for the following year or provide a refund.
Head over to bit.ly/RTX Austin 22 to
Good on you.
for RTX Austin.
I know I've been missing. I know I've been missing conventions quite a lot. Oh, it's been years.
We'll see you in Austin, July 1st through 3rd.
All right. What's this?
Harley Quinn, DC's fantabulous anti-hero.
Jinx, the loose cannon of
Let's just crank up the resolution a little bit. That was looking kind of shitty. There we go.
In a society that adheres to strict laws and norms, but these two ladies turn that system on its head with their wild enthusiasm for destruction and chaos.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who
Confetti.
will win a death battle.
That was a weird pose at the end there.
Born to a middle-class family in the heart of Brooklyn, USA, Harleen Quinzel had long lived a life of mediocrity. She had embarrassing parents, annoying siblings,
And a high school life that sucked. Even more than, like, the normal ones.
she never quite felt like she fit in anywhere. But despite this, Harleen knew she was destined for greatness.
So, inspired by a childhood crush turned psychotic murderer, Harley
God
spent
damn.
years training to be a world-renowned criminal psychiatrist.
Okay.
Eventually traveling to Gotham City's infamous Arkham Asylum to research the most dangerous criminals on the planet, like Batman's arch nemesis, the Joker.
But after analyzing the Joker and his horrific, unspeakable history as a homicidal clown,
Emperor Joker.
she came to realize one truth.
The Joker was actually a misunderstood angel.
Here,
squashed
wait,
down
hang on,
by
hang on.
an
All right, Harleen Quinzel, age 27. Height is 5'6". Trained for combat by the Amazons and roller derby enthusiasts, of course. Likes hyenas, cats, doggos, turtles, mice, birds, and bunnies. Will totally fuck you up if you harm any of the above. Loves red tool and poison ivy. Not Deadpool? Why I don't get that part. Yeah, honestly, poison ivy is the best chip for Harley Quinn. No questions asked.
Unjust society. by that son of a bitch, Batman.
This was the first of the Joker's many manipulations, leading Harleen to see a warped reflection of herself through him.
Is this the first time that Harley's been in a death battle?
Bleaching her skin via chemical vat baptism and joining him on his life of crime. Descending into love like madness and reborn as the fantastic Harley Quinn.
And she was packing plenty of tools of maniacal
Here we go.
mayhem.
Giant mallets, baseball bats, electric buzzers, acid flowers, various explosive pistols, automatic guns, bazookas, flamethrowers, pop gun, cork rounds, explosive rounds, bullet rounds. Okay, those are just bullets. Rocket pogo stick and smoke bomb.
Including her iconic hammer, electric buzzers, and bombs of all shapes and sizes, like the dreaded banana cream pie, the most evil of all pie flavors.
When she wants to get around quickly, she can use her handy-dandy pogo stick, which she straps rockets to. That doesn't seem safe.
Speaking of unsafe, Harley's most versatile tool is her pop gun, a rotating revolver with special ammo rounds, like a boxing glove. Whoa!
Oh, close one.
And biting confetti. And did I mention explosive rounds, which... Oh, no.
Ah, my leg is gone. Oh, no. Oh, wait. There he was. I'm fine.
I'm gonna go.
Harley combines her arsenal with unparalleled
Really
skills,
pushing
making
DBX,
her
I
far
think.
deadlier than your average criminal. She can even keep up with experts like Deadshot and Catwoman, even Batman at times. The peak human superhero that can dodge lightning and survive this alien device exploding, which obliterated multiple city blocks.
Yeah, I think that's stretching the term peak human just a bit. But hey, he's the goddamn Batman, so we'll allow it.
Unfortunately for Harley, despite her unwavering loyalty to the Joker, their honeymoon period did not last. He spent
no shit.
years abusing her, physically and emotionally, tearing her down piece by piece.
Then, when he got bored, he strapped her to a friggin' rocket and launched her halfway across Gotham City. Guess that's one way to say, no, it's not you, it's me. Bye!
Harley was left alone in the wreckage. abandoned by
Psychoanalysis, poison ivy enhancements. Oh shit! She got a healing factor now. Toxin immunity and enhanced physiology. Toxins, sleeping gas, mind control poison, tranquilizers, and Joker venom.
one person she dedicated her entire life to.
Until fellow villain Poison Ivy came by. She nursed Harley back to health, literally healing her from a damaged relationship. Ivy even gave Harley a chemical concoction that granted her superhuman strength and a healing factor.
I suppose a healthy relationship can sometimes feel like your own superpower in and of itself.
Yeah, and those two definitely seem like very good friends. Wink.
With Ivy at her side, Harley went on to rebuild herself as a famous anti-hero, leading teams like the Gotham Sirens and Suicide Squad. She worked on developing new skills built around her own strengths rather than that of her past.
Like learning to use her lifelong knowledge of psychoanalysis to manipulate her foes mid-combat.
And creating tons of her own chemical concoctions.
That is fair.
Like tranquilizers and sleeping gases that can incapacitate metahumans. She even reverse-engineered her former flame's trademark Joker venom. This deadly substance excites the laughter centers in a person's brain and forces them to laugh until they suffocate.
Harley was clearly on top of the world, but nothing caps off self-improvement like a Rocky Balboa training montage. So Harley went to Themyscira of all places to get a combat internship with the Amazons, just like her favoriteest superhero, Wonder Woman. And imagine
What?
going from bashing random
Hang on.
dudes and
At the time, the Amazons were led by Granny Goodness, who was posing as the goddess Athena. Harley later aided in overthrowing her rule. Who the fuck is Granny Goodness? I feel like I've actually heard that
Mortal
before.
warrior goddesses.
I have no idea who she
Agile
is.
enough to jump between skyscrapers and strong enough to rip an entire palm tree out of the ground with her bare hands.
Damn.
Based on the size of the tree and the weight of an average palm by foot, that weighs about
Damn.
600 pounds. And she can hold it one hand.
That's a big palm
so her
tree.
actual strength
And it
is
meant
probably
nothing
at least
else.
Twice as much.
Enough to lift a full-grown brown bear and throw it like a rag doll. Hell, her skills advanced so far, she was appointed a herald on the War World Apocalypse.
What? The cosmos trembles at her feet. Hammer something. Okay. Dodged point blank bullets, missiles, and lightning. Knocked out Wonder Woman with her toxins. Survived being strapped to a rocket. Once wielded black and red lantern rings simultaneously. What? Holy shit! You can have multiple ring types at the same time? Is she the first one to do that? Can hold her own against Batman in close quarters combat and defeated Joker, Punchline, and Nightwing. Who is Punchline? That just makes me think of the anime Punchline, which is honestly she wouldn't be, too out of place in that. But yeah.
You know, the planet ruled by the living embodiment of evil.
Yeah,
Even
what?
The actual personification of the DC editorial staff likes to call her in to help with tough jams.
As the years went on, Harley surprised literally everyone by transitioning from supervillain to superhero. She partnered up with other heroes, became a psychiatrist again, and legitimately started helping other vigilantes with trauma, like Jason Todd, who
Goddamn.
needed that.
In fact,
Talk to me, talk to the wall.
the Bat family she
Goddamn.
used to antagonize and ridicule eventually
What?
accepted her as kind of an extended member of their group, teaming up with her to
Huh.
save Gotham from her toxic ex. Good for her. Guess we're not going to talk about when she went back to the Joker a couple times, huh?
In the end, she may be a little nutty, but you'd be mad not to love Harley Quinn.
Alright. So that's Harley.
The world of Runeterra is a wondrous fantasy land of advanced technology, arcane magics, and legendary champions. But on its northern shores are two cities locked in political turmoil. For decades, Piltover's rich elite have exploited the undersea
Powder.
zone, forcing
Right. The loose cannon, age 18, height 5'3", professional ventriloquist. What? Spends a fortune on glitter and fluorescent paint, makes her own wanted posters. Foster child of Silco and Vander.
workers into unsafe conditions and brutalizing the populace with terrifying police enforcers.
Oh, so like New Jersey. You could have just said New Jersey.
Until one day, a wild loose cannon would literally explode.
Here we
onto
go.
the
Hang on.
scene.
Jinx's analysis is focused on old, new lore, Arcane, and various promotional trailers that depict the League cast in their standard forms. Alternate universe variants like Star Guardians will be excluded.
They gave
Alright.
those uptight
I don't know what that
police
is, but that
taste
makes
their own
sense.
menacing its people with bombs, gunfire, and even more bombs. This was Jinx.
Jinx destroyed Zeppelins, Jumanji the shit out of the local zoo, and switched the street signs. What a monster! Now those monkeys will never find their way back.
Only the enforcer, Violet, could hope to stop her.
Oof.
But even armed with massive gauntlets weighing over 4,000 pounds,
In the blue corner with a record of 5-1-0 and weighing in at 8,140 pounds. Holy shit. Oh.
each, Vi could not definitively overcome Jinx's magnificent arsenal of mechanical monstrosities.
Man, they're so evenly matched. It's almost like they're related. Anyway, Jinx can burst open birds with her trusty Zapper Shock pistol.
Pow Pow minigun, Zapper Shock pistol, Flame Chomper grenades, Fish Bones rocket launcher, Super Mega Death Rocket, and Hex Tech teleportation tablet.
Swiss cheese with her Pow Pow minigun, and blow bad guys to bits with her Flame Chomper grenades.
But Jinx's favorite weapon is her Fishbones rocket launcher. So much so, she rides it like a rocket-powered pogo stick. Well, that seems even less safe.
Well, don't let her manic attitude fool you. Not only is Jinx tough enough to take a hit from Braum, a guy who can shake mountains with a punch, but she's wicked smart. Almost all her gear is custom made.
I feel like I know that guy.
Recreated Hex Tech, funky science powered by magic crystals.
Is Braum in
Including her
Hearthstone?
handheld teleportation device. Oh, my bad. Is that League of Legends? What a coincidence.
Oh no.
Hold the phone. Are you talking about League of Legends over there? I like that game. I've got in more than 10,000 hours just in our college days, huh, buddy? League of Legends is a multiplayer online battle.
Items and runes are a recurring element in the MOBA Legends of Runeterra and Ruined King. They will be included in this analysis.
The
Okay.
flames of LAN parties and salty gamer tears all. And as any professional will tell you, to play the game well, you need to min-max your character's loadout with the best possible items.
Yeah.
Get excited. Briefly increases speed after kills. Shimmer infusions. Increases speed and strength. Alters biochemistry. Runes and items. Potions, wards, greaves. Rapid fire cannon. Runin's Hurricane, Mortal Reminder, Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Quicksilver Sash, and Infinity Edge.
And the worst mistake you can make is being new. God, it's the midterm.
Yeah, right. I tried League once.
Stay in your lane. What are you doing? in
The
jungle? Stop
learning
here.
curve.
Jinx's ideal loadouts include Phantom Dancer, so she can phase through objects after landing a blow.
I'd like to phase
The
out
learning
this
curve
conversation.
Then there's the Quicksilver
is
Sash, which protects
a little
her
too
from
high for my
status effects
taste.
like sleep
I
paralysis
just
and
it wasn't fun
poison.
enough for
This
me to
includes
like
forced action,
invest the
making
thousands of
danger
hours
don't
necessary to
wanna
be
do.
actually,
Hey,
you know,
boo,
mediocre.
wanna pop into
Which is
a
probably
match
like
with
the
your
limit
old
of my
hero from
skill.
back in the day? I can set it up right now.
How about we move on to Arcane before I ram my foot up your ass?
Aww.
So, there's more to Jinx than what the main games depict. Before her infamous tomfoolery, most people around Zon knew her as an innocent young tinkerer named Powder.
Like pretty much everyone in the Undercity, Powder had it rough. She lost her parents in a conflict with enforcers, but had a bit of luck when she joined this cool foster family along with Vi, who was, guess, her sister all along. If you're wondering what put soap in their opera, Vi was a total badass, and Powder was desperate to also prove herself to her newfound family. And then she made a mistake.
Seemingly abandoned.
Yeah, so
Powder
this is
sat in
part-
the hands of
this
those
is like the part
notorious
that I ended
kingpin
at.
around. Silco was not the father she needed, but the one she wanted, teaching her to turn her perceived weaknesses into her greatest strengths. Thus, she became Jinx.
Even when the sisters reunited years later, they couldn't fully reconcile, setting up the game of cat and mouse in the game.
Jinx was an excellent rival, able to keep up with other skilled warriors like the bullet-dodging Echo, and survive the worst of Zon's
Jinx partially grew up in the sump level of Zon, the most toxic level. Huh.
toxic environments, which can kill normal people in minutes. After a near-fatal explosion, she was also in
Survived the throwback of her own super mega death rocket. Explosives are strong enough to rock a Zeppelin weighing hundreds of tons. Figured out hex tech in just a few days. Routinely escapes the Piltover police. Fights evenly with her sister Vi. Defeated Caitlyn, Marcus, and multiple
fused with
Fireflies.
Shimmer, a toxic strength and speed-enhancing drug that permanently altered her body's biochemistry.
But Shimmer's side effects intensified her prior trauma, making her much more unhinged and prone to attacking with lethal intent.
Inspiring her ultimate weapon, the Super Mega Death Rocket! This baby's been powered by both Hextech and its even more volatile cousin, Chemtech.
That's even
Denied the funds and means to craft Hextech, Zon's researchers instead used potent chemicals to power their creations. Chemtech performs like Hextech, but is far more dangerous, toxic, and
more
explosive.
Never forgot how much I appreciated the explodey options. Anyway, both Hextech and Chemtech are comparable in power to natural magic.
On par with what a badass mage like Lux is able to cast, such as Lucent Singularity, which can totally body these big ol' rocks.
Measuring their width with Lux's height, we can determine she destroyed almost 13,000 tons of rock from 30 meters away.
Promotional trailers show Mega Death Rocket matching the speed and power of Lux's Final Spark, a much more powerful attack that fires a Kamehameha of natural light.
So her rocket is not only super strong, but super fast. From powder to gunpowder, Silco couldn't be prouder.
But her violet streak grew grim until the day she met a particularly explosive Yordle. Ziggs bonded
Yordle.
with her over
Oh,
their mutual
is that what they
passion
are?
for destruction, but his was more tempered, controlled. Thanks to his wisdom, Jinx learned a little bit of restraint when it came to exploding things of a more fleshy nature.
Helping her tone down the wanton violence and recover some of her mental stability, like he's some kind of feline brand Jiminy Cricket.
And despite being on opposite sides of the bridge, Jinx and Vi remained sisters, ultimately still caring about each other in their own way, even if they were at odds more often than not.
So you better believe that when things get boring and uptight, Jinx will be there to shake things up.
Okay. God, this is making me want to watch Arcane.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp Online.
Oh.
Relationships are hard and confusing. A lot of us will drop anything to go help someone we care about.
To be frank, you may go out of your way to treat other
Just to remind you to
invest the time
if you
Sorry, BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.com.
Please seek help if you need it.
We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
Whoa.
Death Battle!
The minigun looks a lot larger in the game. Alright, I'm... real quick. Who's gonna win? I was initially thinking that Jinx was gonna be my pick, but I am concerned about Harley's durability feats. Um, so I think I have to go with Harley for this. Ha!
Oh, I just love exploding stuff. Ha, I like exploding stuff too. Why don't I start with your head?
Fair enough. I like the animation style. Choreography is looking good as well.
Stay still. I'm trying to shoot you.
God damn.
She's right behind you.
Aw, thanks, pal.
Gasp! I'm surprised that Jinx sounds like that. I mean, I know that it's obviously not the same.
Got a light? Oh, sure thing.
It's obviously not the same voice actress, but she sounds a lot. Her voice is a lot higher tones than I was expecting. You could spit out the explosive, you know. Whoa. Oh, right, she phases through things.
Oh, nuts. Got any games? No! My save file!
Save file.
Well, that's unfortunate.
They're having a lot of fun with this.
To make up for it, I got you some nice perfume. Smells like
She does have. I love the visual effects that they're going with.
And you ain't crazy. You don't have that same smile. I don't need a second opinion.
Oh no! Is that the final blow? God damn it! She hasn't even. No, she hasn't pulled out the biggest guns.
Close. Savor my emotions as you deliver the final kill. Nah. Bye.
Oh, damn it! That is the final blow. Was that the super death rocket that she just fired?
You just want a free teddy bear. What if it's Timbers?
This was a complicated fight with far more factors
Yeah.
considered than
Healing has the healing factor, has less versatile gear, physically stronger, resistant to toxins and venoms, fair enough, superior battlefield control.
at first
Okay.
blush. Harley had more direct combat experience against superpowered beings, along
Yeah.
with better training.
But Jinx's physical power, diabolical weaponry, and assortment of items were just enough to roast this Harlequin duck.
While Harley lifting over 1,200 pounds is impressive, Jinx can compete with Vi, whose gauntlets weigh 8 times that in the game.
And Jinx can take hits from a guy who can shake mountains. A bit beyond Harley's level of strength.
Harley may have been more naturally acrobatic.
Some DC street level heroes like Black Canary or Alana Strange have potential light dodging feats. However, League characters like Darius or Ziggs have also moved in tandem with or dodged light beams. This makes Harley Jinx equal with similar levels of levity.
But Jinx's hex tech and intangibility matched and outclassed that mobility. The teleporting tablet alone could control the entire fight, since Jinx could send herself or Harley just about anywhere.
And while Harley had a moderate healing factor, she's never regenerated entire body parts before, so a big enough kaboom would definitely kill her. And Jinx's weapons were strong enough to do just that. In order to destroy over 13,000 tons of rock from such a distance, Lux's magic explosion would need a yield of about 20 kilotons of TNT.
And Jinx's hex tech and chem tech are similar.
Even using imperfect hex technology, the inventors Jace and Victor were able to replicate teleportation spells that worked on objects hundreds of times larger than the original spell, supporting hex tech being on par with magic.
To Lux's magic and speed and power.
Even if we scale Harley's durability to Batman surviving this massive explosion, the potency of Jinx's weaponry outpaces it more than 300 times.
Sure, Harley is legitimately intelligent, but so is Jinx, as evidenced by her inventions and routinely outwitting Vi and her task force. Plus, Jinx is typically distrusting of people she's just met, so Harley's potential mind games were likely to fall on skeptical ears.
Jinx was much more likely to shoot first and ask questions
Yeah,
later.
Now,
she
Harley
used the
still
same.
had her-
She used the same tactic as Joker to lure in Sweet Tooth. Unfortunately, wasn't up for the task. I feel it. I guess it came down to her healing factor not being good enough to like account for the minigun. I guess with that final blow, putting her in that weakened state. Joker's Harley's most effective toxins were tailor-made for specific metahumans. Joker Venom's effects have also been disrupted when used on those with biochemical alterations like Jinx, such as drug users and poison ivy. And if all else fails, Jinx has a gas mask.
Wide array of poisons and chemical agents, like the Joker Venom, which would kill most opponents in minutes. However, after living her whole life in the toxic cesspool of Zaun, her tolerance for poisons is clearly much higher than a normal person. Not to mention, the Quicksilver Sash could simply end any unwanted effect on her. Ultimately, Harley couldn't stand up to Jinx's physical power, superior technology, or overwhelmingly explosive arsenal.
Harley clowned around only to get her bell rung by someone out of her league.
The winner is Jinx.
Fair enough, I guess.
Death Battle is back, and we've launched a
Ooh, yeah, I'm eager to see who's next.
You'll get unique emotes, badges, additional content, and more.
Please support the original channel.
Thanks for watching.
Next time, Scarlet Witch, okay, and Zatanna, okay. I don't know anything about.
Tired of only being able to wear your.
I don't know anything about Zatanna. I've seen clips and stuff of Justice League Dark and similar animated shows, but it's really my knowledge of Zatanna is quite surface level. As far as Harley Quinn versus Jinx, I'm a little disappointed, honestly. My gut had been to go with Jinx, but I don't know why they made Harley really compelling, I guess. I think the fact of it, I think what happened was that I was exposed to more information than I anticipated about Harley, whereas with Jinx, a lot of the information I already had a base familiarity with, so I was thrown off by that. But as far as the animation goes, it was really good. I feel like they could have done a better job at meshing their personalities, which is a really minor complaint. It was the quippiness and the all the laughter started being less fun for me, less funny as well as it went on. Just because they're so similar, I think it just doesn't work well personality-wise. They need something different to bounce off of. But the choreography was really good. I don't know. I think that the I think it is a little poetic that Harley went for the same tactic that the Joker used in his fight at the end there. I kind of think that Harley could have done a better job at analyzing her opponent, especially if what they said about more recent stuff is true with her. Sorry, there's a fucking fly. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think that I guess I'm not as familiar with Harley as I thought I was, um, because I expected her strengths to be greater than they were after hearing more about them. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and or subscribe. And let me know what I should watch next. If I hope you have a nice day. I hope to see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.